Hey everyone, and welcome. Get ready because today we're going on a mission. We're going to become data detectives. Our job? To find the secret stories hiding in plain sight, right inside numbers. You ready to crack the case? Seriously, have you ever thought about it? I mean, we see numbers all the time, right? But what if they're more than just, well, numbers? What if they're actually secret clues, little pieces of a giant puzzle, just waiting for someone like you to come along and figure out what they're trying to tell us? Yep, that's your mission, to become an expert data detective. And don't let the word data scare you. It's really just a fancy way of saying a bunch of clues. And today, we're gonna learn how to read them like a pro. This is gonna be awesome. Just like a real detective, we're gonna learn how to spot the important clues, find patterns that other people might miss, and use all that to solve some really cool mysteries. So yeah, you might wanna grab a magnifying glass because our first case is coming up right now. Okay, every good investigation needs evidence. And our first piece of evidence is a pie chart. Now, don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Think of it like a photograph of the whole story, all in one quick picture. So check this out. This pie chart is all about the favorite hobbies in a class. Each slice, or sector as it's officially called, is a clue. See how they're different sizes? That tells us how many people like each hobby. And right away, bam, what's the biggest slice you see? Yep, it's badminton, taking up a whopping 60% of the pie. And just like that, case cracked. Well, the first part of it anyway. With just one look, we figured out the biggest part of the story. Most of the kids in this class absolutely love badminton. See? You're already natural at this detective stuff. But you know, every great detective needs more than just sharp eyes. They need a special toolkit. All right, it's time to open up that toolkit. Inside, we've got 4 incredible tools that are going to help you solve pretty much any data mystery you find. Let's see what we've got. Okay, tool number 1 is called the mode. This one's super easy. Just think, mode sounds like most. It's the tool you use to find the clue that shows up most often. It's basically the most popular vote in your set of clues. Let's look at this table here. It shows how much money people donated. That second column, frequency, is the key. It tells us how many people gave each amount. So just run your eyes down that column. Which number is the biggest? Yep, it's the number 4. Right there next to 12 ringgit. So what does that mean? It means the mode is 12 ringgit. Why? Because more people donated that amount than any other. Easy, right? Boom, tool number 1 is in the bag. Let's grab the next one. All right, our second tool is the median. Think of the median as the middle. It's the clue that's sitting right smack in the center of all your other clues. But there's a super important number 1 can't forget rule. You have to line up your data in order first, from smallest to largest, always. Okay, let's give it a shot. We've got the running times for 9 people here, and look, they're already lined up for us from fastest to slowest. Perfect. Now all we have to do is find the one right in the middle. Since there are 9 numbers, the 5th one is the center, and that number is 26. So the median time is 26. Ooh, but wait, that was easy because we had an odd number of runners. But what if you have an even number of clues? Then you'd have 2 numbers in the middle. What do you do then? Don't panic, your detective kit has a plan for that too. It's a simple little trick. Step 1, you still have to put everything in order. Step 2, find those 2 middle numbers. Step 3, add just those 2 numbers together. And finally, step 4, divide that total by 2. What you get is the number that's perfectly in between them, and that's your median. Okay, awesome. 2 tools down, 2 more to go. Our third tool is the mean. Now, you've probably heard this called the average before, but I think a better name for it is the fair share tool. Seriously, imagine you take all of your clues, throw them into one big pot, mix them up, and then deal them out so everyone gets an equal, fair share. That's the mean. So for example, look at these 5 jars of marbles. Some have more, some have less. To find the mean, or the fair share, we first add up all the marbles from all the jars. That gives us 80 marbles in total. Then we divide that big pile of 80 marbles by the 5 jars. 80 divided by 5 is 16. So the mean is 16. It's like if we redistributed them, every jar would have exactly 16 marbles. And last but not least, our 4th tool, the range. This is a cool one. The range tells you how spread out all your clues are. Are they all bunched up together, or are they really far apart? And finding it is probably the easiest of all. It's just one little subtraction. Let's zoom back to that donation data we saw earlier. What was the highest donation? That was 25 ringgit. And the lowest? 10 ringgit. To find the range, you just take the highest value and subtract the lowest value. So 25 minus 10, that gives us 15. The range is 15 ringgit. That tells us the difference between the biggest and smallest donation. Okay, detective, listen up. You've got your full toolkit now. You have the mode, the median, the mean, and the range. You are officially equipped. So it's time to solve our real mystery and put these awesome tools to the test. So here's the case file. This bar chart shows the science quiz scores for 10 students. Each bar shows a score, and how high the bar is tells you how many students got that score. So just by looking at it, start thinking like a detective. How would you use your tools here? Can you spot the most popular score? Can you figure out the difference between the highest and lowest scores? And that's the amazing part. You now have all the tools you need to completely solve this. With just this one chart, a true data detective, that's you, can figure out the mode, the median, the mean, and the range of these scores. You can basically tell the complete story of how this class did on their quiz. How cool is that? Well, guess what? That's it. Your training is officially complete. You've passed all the tests, you've got your toolkit, consider yourself a fully fledged data detective. You're ready for your first case. So the question is, what's your first case gonna be? The world is just filled with data mysteries waiting to be solved. Like how many red cars drive past your window in an hour? What's the average score you get in your favorite game? All of those numbers are telling a story. So go on, look around you, find some clues, and get solving. Your adventure as a data detective is just getting started.